Hey gang, I wanted to show off some new tech today. This one is specifically about crumple stuns, and this is a crumple stun here. Um, there's a bunch of different stuns in this game. There's a standing stun that allows you to do anything you want to the opponent. There are stagger stuns like this, where like you need to whiff a move before you can continue your combo. So like here's jumping light into jumping heavy kick. For whatever reason that combos, don't ask me why. But this specific state here, I call it Crumple Stun, is it's really hard to combo off of because most moves will cause the opponent to shoot in the air. So if you were going to do something like this, following up with an air seek would be the best option. Obviously, Betsy's kind of funky, doesn't always work, but that's usually your best option. Yeah, so there are unique instances where certain characters who have a crumple stun can restand the opponent for extra damage, right? So you notice there, whereas, typically, if you're going to do a crumple stun, like let's say, what's a good one? Like forward, like it just bounces him up. I hit him with forward 2, forward heavy punch. He bounces up. Though, if I do that there, no, there doesn't seem to be any real rhyme or like I don't understand why this works. Is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Like it could be that at a very specific frame when they're crumpling, being hit forces them to restand. I don't know why this works, but there are certain characters that have good combo routes out of this. Betsy has on different levels. She can land a after this. If you check out my most recent combo, Psylocke goes full JoJo, you can see, a full bit about how I do this. There's a full combo that utilizes each bit of her restand tech after a crumple. I'm not gonna stress it now. You guys can go watch that video, but there's not a ton of characters who can take advantage of it, or like it's not interesting enough, or it's not it doesn't add enough value to their game. But there are characters who actually, like Forge actually has an infinite off of one of these crumples, because you can restand off of down forward 3/4 grenade. So when he tosses his grenade here, that causes the crumple, and if you hit at the perfect time, perfect angle, I'm not convinced that I understand this enough. I'm gonna see if I can land this quickly. But this will cause, you will restand it, and that would technically be an infinite because you can do that into that. So let's see, maybe it's an angle thing because this is a weird angle in this particular map. Oh, and you did it a hair too early if they can block it. For whatever reason, I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Let's see, we'll try this a couple more times. I think, honestly, I believe that this is the most difficult thing to do in the game because it's not at all intuitive. There's no indicator really for when you should do it or why it should happen. Like the other game, the other stuff. It's like, okay, if you always whiff an attack, you will get your follow-ups. This one is like, maybe they have to be partially down in their crumple, whatever. Yeah, it's not working for me for Forge. I've got up to 12 hits. It isn't infinite. Maybe I'll release a video like that. But then the other thing, I kind of wanted to just talk about how weird this state is. Let's find Mystique. So Mystique has this. She has this move. Her 1/1 is frankly really good, and it causes a crumple. And you can get a restand, except it's blockable. So I don't understand. So typically they should be crumpling to the ground, right? But for whatever reason, her forward 3/4, her forward light heavy kicks, the opponent can always block them. So like, if your opponent, and then like Gambit has one that's super pointless. After his, and there's probably other crumples that these characters have. I'm going off the top of my head. Gambit has one off of his charged card toss, this here. Now, if you do it extremely close, which you would never do, you can land you can restand them with that. So like for me, this is the only time you would ever be able to like actually do this is off of a stun, and then you don't have the range to hit it. So like, you know, it's weird. Maybe there's something like you can do this into like, yeah, it's just such a weird thing, and I would love to understand why. You know, what is it that causes this restand? Why? How? How can I best utilize it in combo videos? Because like I love the way it looks. I love the crumple into restand. Um, but there's so few characters who can do it reliably in my current from my current knowledge. But that's it. Restands from crumple stun is sick. And crumple stun, every time I say it, makes me think of crumple stiltskin. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Crumple stuns are cool. I wish I knew how they worked. And yeah, if anyone can tell me, that would be super dope. That's it, gang. I'll talk to you later.